One of the challenges that you have with real estate photography, which is what I really specialize in these days, real estate, architectural, and commercial photography is really all that I do. I'm not photographing people anymore. And one of the challenges that you have when it comes to architectural and real estate photography is other rooms being visible in the image and essentially looking like black holes because the exposure is set for the room that you're in and you end up with this really dark space. I light all of my shots, or most of my shots, I should say. Typically, I'm using a single speed light, a YN 560, either a 3 or a 4, on a monopod, and I am compositing multiple images as opposed to setting up multiple lights, which I can do, have done, and sometimes still do. This technique I find is faster. It's maybe not necessarily the most elegant, but when you're talking about real estate, you don't want to spend all day on site. You've got to get a lot of photos, especially if you're photographing for an architect or a builder. You can spend more time with those. So with real estate, you've got to move, relatively quickly, but you still want to deliver great images. So I am using a single speed light on a stick. My camera is firmly mounted on a tripod with a geared tripod head. And I'm triggering the camera wirelessly. It's a Canon 6D that I'm currently using. And I'm actually using the built-in Wi-Fi and Canon app with my iPhone or sometimes iPad to trigger it. I found it's actually pretty reliable. I'm able to do really everything that I need to do, and it's built in. It's got pretty good range. So I'm using that to adjust settings and to trigger the camera. A technique that I use that's been pretty successful and really quick and easy for me, because speed is part of the name of the game, is doing multiple flash pops and then combining them together in Photoshop. One of the things I like to do a lot of times is show the other rooms that are connected to or adjacent to the room that I'm photographing. It gives a sense of the space, the layout, the size. You do this a lot, particularly with master bathrooms attached to master bedrooms. This particular image is a master bedroom and a one-bedroom loft. Not loft, but condo. Pretty small space overall, but we still want to get, kind of a feel for it. And in this space, I've got a closet, a bathroom, a foyer, and a kitchen. And I didn't want those to be black holes. So what I did was I did one photo with the strobe bounced off of the ceiling to give me my main light. This is the final image. This is my first shot of just the bedroom itself. And as you can see, the closet, oops, I don't know why it's jumping around. The closet, the bathroom, the kitchen, and the foyer are all pretty dark. So what I've done is did my first exposure, and then I took my flash on a stick and did an exposure for the bathroom. And then I did one for the closet, and one for the kitchen, and one for the foyer. One of the great things about using the iPod wireless technique is I can see the image in the preview screen, and then I can adjust my flash power as needed without having to run back and forth to the camera. It allows me to basically go pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do is go to Edit In and open as layers in Photoshop. And this is going to combine the images all together. As you can see over here on the side, we've got them in my layers palette. It's got them all stacked up. Now, if you're using a sturdy tripod that you don't bump, all of these should be lined up perfectly fine. If they are not, if you got a little bump, if they're not perfectly aligned, you can go over here to Edit and then auto align layers. You have to select all the layers that you want to auto align, go auto align, hit auto, and it will do the best it can to line up the layers. And unless something really bad has happened, I found that it's generally able to do it and do it pretty well. So this technique is really simple. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my main image to the bottom. I like to start with it at the bottom, and then I'm going to turn off all the other layers except for the bottom one right up from there. I do this so that if I need to do any masking of stray light, that kind of thing, it does it pretty easily. And it's more easy to control it after you if you start with the bottom and work your way up. So I've got this one selected. I'm going to go here to my blend mode. I'm going to change it from normal to lighten. Bam. Just like that. Go up to the next layer, turn it on, normal, lighten. Bam. It's kind of like you're just turning on the lights. Blend mode normal to lighten. Bam. And then last one, normal, lighten. And that's it. You're done. It's really pretty darn simple. It's not really any more complicated than that. Occasionally, I might have to do some masking here and there, but really, this is pretty quick and easy. As you can see, I mean, that took me really no time at all in Photoshop to blend those images together. All total on scene, it took me a couple of minutes to shoot because I'm just going from one space to the next, pop the shot, and you're good to go. I'll give you another example of one, so that's with furniture in it. I did another one that is a pretty good example of that as well. This one had no furniture in it. Okay, so this is a little bit of an older house, really one of the smaller ones that I've photographed in a while. And again, same thing, this is the final image. So you've got the living room, the dining room where I'm standing in, the foyer, and then there's another bedroom as well. Let me get that back. So this is the first shot. This is the strobe shot to light up the dining room, living room, and then the foyer. And again, same thing. I'm going to select all the layers that I want. I'm going to right click there. You can do command click on a Mac or control click on a PC. Open as layers in Photoshop. Okay, now that we've got it opened up, again, I'm going to drop my main exposure, if you will, to the bottom. I'm going to turn off that top one, go over here, select the layer, change it from normal to lighten. Next one, turn it back on, change it from normal to lighten. And I'm done. And the result, as you can see, is a whole lot better than the single shot by itself. And if I were to set up multiple lights, I could do the same thing. I could set up 3 separate strobes and get the same effect, but that's going to take more time. I'm going to be setting them up on stands, adjusting their power, shooting, maybe adjusting the power again. It's going to take me more time. I know because I've done it. This method of shooting on a stick and compositing them later, I think gives really good results with not a whole lot of time involved. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And I'm going to be doing more real estate oriented tutorials and architectural oriented tutorials here next little bit. So be sure to subscribe to keep getting those. And happy shooting.